Hello and welcome to your favourite time of the week. It's where you get to see our pretty faces talk about comics. And what are we doing this week?
It's the direct spotlight. We're
Yeah.
showing people what is in our cart, what's in the cart.
So for those of you joining us for the very first time, Comics Etc. Direct is a pre-order website where we put up everything coming out for January, I believe is the month we're doing it at the moment.
3 months in advance.
Yep, you pre-order, you save lots of money, you're happy, we're happy, everyone's happy except for your partner who sees the credit card bills.
They could be buying as well.
They could be buying as well. I just wanted to actually start off this episode by thanking our viewers and Comics Etc. Direct customers. The reason why is that when we get our Comics Etc. Direct orders at the end of every month, we literally do not see a thing. It gets uploaded into a computer, it's all automated, we have no idea what you've ordered. Then the stuff arrives and we get to see some of the absolutely amazing stuff you guys have ordered that we had absolutely no idea existed. And you guys teach us as much as we teach you. So I just wanted to thank you for that. And there's a specific point that I wanted to bring up that both Remy and I were unaware of that arrived this month. And no idea. It is this one. I don't even know what it's called. The Moon and Serpent Bumper Book of Magic. And why are you asking, is this an important book? It's the very last comic ever done by Alan Moore that he's been working on for the last decade.
Because he's a wizard now.
Yeah, so this is his bumper book, his last ever comic ever done.
Have a look.
Yeah, I knew he was working on it. I had no idea it was going to be coming out, and it's out. So thank you everyone who ordered it. You've educated us.
It's very, just a heads up, it's very text heavy.
Yeah, it's text heavy, but there is also some comics in there because he did deal with some comic book artists. It feels to me like if you ever read The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen dossier, it very much seems like that.
What's a dossier?
Is it dossier?
Dossier.
Dossier.
Sorry, dossier.
Sorry, I'm not the French one in this little duo.
Yeah, got my dossier.
So yeah, thank you. Pre-order.
Let's start with the carts. All right, so let's begin. Let's go to my cart.
Yep.
So let's view the cart. All right, so it is, I've got a mix of everything. So first one was the Dark Souls, which I believe it's a manga.
Oh, really?
They did that Elden Ring one, which is selling really well.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't think it's a serious one. Whereas this one feels like this is a proper, it's an original Dark Souls story. So
Nice. Hey, did I tell you that I finished Elden Ring? I finished Elden Ring.
Yep.
Yep.
You
Not
did.
the DLC though. I'll do the DLC later. I'm not ready for it. Need a bit of a break, but I finished it.
Yeah,
Well
cool.
done.
Way behind, like a year after all of us did. So cool.
Yeah.
This looked interesting. A Mobius
Yeah.
biography.
I never liked his music.
And yeah, so he was a huge deal, especially, well, he did the art for Incal.
Yeah, we get asked about Mobius
Yeah.
artwork
And
all
they've
the
done a
time.
couple hardcovers that have his, like a gallery of his work.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is a French representative.
Yeah, bonjour.
So, yeah, no, don't.
S'il vous plaît.
Shut up. This looked very interesting, and yeah, there's not much on Mobius, so get what you can.
Yeah.
Now, this one is part of the Slaughter universe. So something is killing.
Oh yeah, House of Slaughter.
And I think it's a one shot. Yeah, it's an oversized one shot, and it's exploring some of the hunters.
Nice. Is it actually by Tinian? Even if it
good
doesn't matter.
Yes, it is.
Good.
Yeah, and so here's a question I want to ask you. But
Ask
where
away.
is the House of Slaughter hardcovers? Why have they not done any? They're already up to issue 25.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, and they've done, I think, 3 or 4 soft covers, but not even one hardcover yet.
And they've done the 2 Something is Killing hardcovers.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if anyone from Boom...
Boom, if you're listening.
Yep. And my next one is, because it's a Tom King story,
Yep.
is Helen of Windhorn.
Wine or Windhorn?
Windhorn, I
Windhorn.
guess. Yeah.
I have this in my card as well. Now, I have it not because it's a Tom King story specifically, it's because it's the same exact creative team behind Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. Is that what it is?
Girl
of Tomorrow, the mini-series that came out a couple of years ago that
I still
James
need to
Gunn...
read that.
I haven't read it.
No.
James Gunn is doing the movie based on that particular story.
Okay.
If it's anything like that, this...
Yeah, I
Helen of
flicked through the
Windhorn.
first issue when it was here, and it looks nice. The art looks nice.
I have zero clue what it's about, but I
Yeah.
just trust that creative team enough that...
Well, I'm reading it real quick, and you'll probably like it because it says Wizard of Oz, so...
I'm very much known for my love of Wizard of Oz. So
Yeah, you always.
yeah, I'm
say
always
stuff
talking
from-
about Wizard of Oz. Like
Now
Dorothy.
this one I didn't even know was here, and then I saw it and went, oh cool. So the Beasts of Burden omnibus.
So that's in mine as well.
Didn't have to hit me.
And I'm curious, have you ever read a Beast of Burden book?
Yeah, so it's animals really. Like the
Yeah.
whole thing is.
But have you ever read it?
I read the first one a while ago.
So you look at the cover, as you can see, it's got pets. I read this.
Well, there's a skeleton and blood.
Yeah, so I read it many years ago thinking, oh, this is going to be a cute animal
it's
detective
not.
story.
It's
It
not.
is one of the darkest
Yeah.
comics I have ever read in my life.
Yeah.
I'm reading this stuff going, like, had to be very careful how to sell it to people because it's very dark.
Look, maybe people that are super into, like, you know, don't like seeing anything bad
Yeah.
with animals, probably don't check
Yeah.
this out.
Hey, fun fact, just quickly while we're on this. Remember last month how I made fun of you, I was picking Magnolia Universe stuff? And there was that book that, like, what was that called again? Do you remember?
No, but what's your point?
It was one of our top 10 sellers for the month. So I know nothing.
Yeah.
So well
Starting
done.
to notice that trend. This one, finally, a new Snot Girl.
Yeah.
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 How long has that been?
Yeah, I gotta love hate. It's in my cart.
Do you
too.
think it's a bit too long? Maybe you left it too long and
Yep.
people have lost interest. Because, I mean, obviously Brian Lee O'Malley was massive again when the Scott Pilgrim TV show
Yep.
came out, which they should have released that around then.
Yeah, so
think
for
they
those of
missed
you who don't know, Brian Lee O'Malley, who wrote Scott Pilgrim, Seconds, Lost at Sea.
Which you still can't get.
Yeah, and now Snot Girl, he did the writing on, not the artwork. This is his latest project from Image. It went for 2 trades and just kind of stopped mid-storyline.
It went 3.
Was it 3?
Yeah.
Stopped mid-storyline, maybe even a bit of a cliffhanger, and then just disappeared. And now it's finally back. I'm on the fence about it because I love his stuff. I wasn't a
Did
big
you
fan.
read it?
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it.
I don't mind it. It's very Instagram and kind of
Yeah.
like on the social media side of things.
That's why I didn't like it, because social
Oh,
media... No, because social media evolves so much that even looking at it now, I'm pretty sure they're going to be talking about stuff that isn't relevant already. But
Yeah.
it's about a girl who has lots of allergies and has snot. So she's Snot Girl. It's not a superhero thing.
No, it's just like his other quirky
yeah.
stories.
But I'm 100% going to read it because I want to see how it ends.
Well, this could explain why they never did a hardcover, like a deluxe.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that was because, it's been a while.
Yeah.
This one, I've read this, but I think it's such a good story.
Amazing.
The Ascender Compendium. So, it follows on from Descender. I think it's 10 years later. And I actually like this better than Descender because it was a bit more colourful and it was a bit more fantasy heavy. Whereas the first Descender is space heavy.
Can you read that on its own? That's funny because I've read both too, and I know the connection.
Okay, I just saw something hilarious that I just realised.
What?
The blurb is from Fatal.
Oh, really? Thanks,
Yeah.
Image.
So they're trying to sell the Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips story.
It's not. We will fix that by the time this goes live.
Wow.
but,
No, I actually think you could.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you'd miss a lot, which
Yeah.
you should read Descender anyway, and they've got a compendium.
and it's Remender, if I'm correct. No, it's Lemire and Dustin Nguyen.
which he did great art for the Gotham.
Everything he
What was
touches.
the Gotham one he did? There was a Batman one he did.
Lil Gotham.
Yeah. But and he did the Batman and Robin, which him and Lemire did as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, they work together a lot. Yeah.
So that one you should read.
Yep.
This one I was interested because it is created by the artist of Umbrella Academy.
Oh, is that so?
Bar,
That's
the sheep.
So once again, he's talking about the Boy Wonder. So I had a lot of people coming up asking about this after it actually came out. I'm going to be honest, we didn't order much because I thought it was just a Robin miniseries. I didn't realise it was the history of Robin, from what I've been told, so I could be wrong. And each issue kind of spotlights a different Robin kind of thing. So I might be wrong, but the creative team on it is enough.
It's just Junior Bar. It's just him.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so it is. Yeah, he did the art for Umbrella Academy, which is very cool art.
Nice.
So it looks nice, and I think it was a short series.
Yeah, it's only like 4 or 5 issues.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought I'd check that out. This one is because this is our carts are going to be very similar.
They're
I
very
think.
similar, but that's fine. We'll talk
So
about it now.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen Absolute Edition. It's a great book. The movie, not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was, it took me a while to read it because I always heard about
So
it.
if you have watched the movie and you did not like it, please read the comic.
Don't rate the book on the movie.
So basically what it is it's a superhero team of famous
Victorian era.
characters. Like you got Mr. Hyde, you've
Captain
got
Nemo.
Captain Nemo. I
Not
always
the
forget
fish.
the lead. her name?
There's Alan Quarterman, Dr. Henry Jekyll.
What's her name?
Mina Murray?
Nina Murray, yeah.
Mina, not Nina.
Nina.
Did you forget her name because she's a vampire?
I'd like to forget all vampires' names because
Yeah,
they're pathetic creatures.
No, they're not.
Who are stupid. No, see, that's the thing. No,
And you're
no,
not doing this now. Stop.
even-
I'm going to keep going. But yeah, it was strong, but the rest of the story wasn't as good as it went on, like the later volumes.
So this collects the
Yeah.
ones that DC did, so 1, 2, and Dossier.
Oh, you got it right. Nice.
And it won't do the other ones. So we're going to talk about the other ones. This one is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's one of the best comics I've ever read.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one is a compact edition because people
Yeah.
love these.
Yeah.
So Deceased, compact edition. How quick did that come out?
All right, I'm about to tell you something that'll blow your mind. I'm about to tell you something amazing.
Amazing.
I've never read Deceased.
That's fine.
So is this such a good project? Have you read it?
I've read it and it was great, and then it should have stopped. It kept going too much,
Okay.
which I get because it was selling so well and it was a big thing. But yeah, the start's really good. It's very similar to Injustice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's better than Injustice.
All right, so do you feel, as a new reader, should I read it in this format first, or would I appreciate it more in the bigger format?
Well, are you traveling anywhere?
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, you could do it in the original format.
All right.
I get the idea of the compact editions, but some of the art is going to be mushed and
Yep.
squashed, and I get why people.
Yep.
But at that price point, it's
Yep.
tough to say.
So Deceased, virus, spreads through, it's, okay.
But it's actually a computer virus.
Yeah.
Like, it's not your usual, like, it's zombies, which have been done a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like a lot of the main characters get it early on, and it's, yeah.
Is it true though that I heard that the main villain in it is the Cranberries?
All right, so let's keep moving on because
In
these
your
jokes are so
hand.
stale. The next one is Batman by James Tynion Omnibus because I haven't read this
I
Batman.
took this out of my cart.
Yep, didn't ask, and it's not your turn. Yeah, I like James Tynion, and I mean, look, I remember looking at some of the villains and thinking this is not the greatest
Yes.
series. Like Punchline wasn't very
Love
interesting.
Punchline.
No.
All right, can I tell you why I got rid of it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My problem with it was DC, Marvel, if you're listening, crossovers kill momentum. And it was a really good read until it became crossover central.
Was that
and
Joker War?
I actually feel like it was 2 or 3 different crossovers, and it was enough. Like,
Actually,
stop.
even reading the omnibus contents, there's a lot of different
Stop.
stuff.
So
Yeah.
this introduces a lot of new villains, and when it was happening, I remember the big...
Oh, wait, I can read some.
Here you go.
Ghostmaker,
Yep.
Clown Hunter,
Yep.
like that. Some of them are just silly. Like,
Yeah. However, because everyone was saying, "Oh, stop introducing a new villain every week," I thought they were all fantastic. I thought they all worked. It made sense. None of them were like, "Here's a new villain." I thought it was really good in that context. It's just the crossovers killed the momentum. It was going somewhere, then it had to take a break. So I'm really curious how it kind of translates into an omnibus.
Yeah, if you
With that
read it
story.
in one go,
Yeah.
maybe. But yeah, that looked interesting. Batman 89, just because.
Yeah,
It's-
this is already out. I don't get what this is.
Is it?
Maybe a softcover version of the hardcover?
Yeah, okay.
It's
Oh,
this-
wait. Title was incorrectly solicited as DC Echoes.
It's-
Batman 89 Echoes.
It's a
Is that
sequel
something?
to the movie.
Okay, yeah, so that
So-
sounds interesting.
yeah.
And that was because they did that Superman. What was that
Yeah,
one?
Superman
The-
78. maybe?
Yeah, and what was awesome is when they did the hardcover, if you took off the slipcase, there was
Yeah.
an actual VHS tape.
Yeah, it's pretty
it
good.
was
I thought you were going to say lingerie or something.
cool. Next one is a classic Superman story, Absolute Superman Red Sun hardcover.
This has got to be thin.
So have they never done this in
Shocked
hardcover?
they haven't done it in hardcover.
Yeah, because the trade paperbacks, like,
Yeah, really good story. Superman lands in Lava Russia, and instead of being the
Murdering.
all-American yeehaw cowboy, he is a communist.
and it's Mark Miller, so
Yeah,
he
and
hasn't done much.
Dave Johnson, I believe.
Yeah.
Love Dave Johnson's artwork.
So yeah, yeah, but you're right. It's going to be a thin.
Yeah, how much is it?
Whoa,
Oh, okay, $180 retail, $129 on
maybe it's not that thin. then.
direct, so that's all right.
Next one was Ultimate Universe, 1 year in, one shot.
Yeah,
Just because we're
just because
enjoying the Ultimate Universe
Yeah.
and wouldn't mind seeing.
you like to stealing stuff from the store, so just chuck whatever in there.
Yeah,
okay?
why not? This
Gold
one looked
bullion?
interesting. Time Slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
It's two X-Men doing like, yeah, you tell me. I'm not even trying.
Okay, every year Marvel does a one-shot in January, which gives you a rundown of what's going to happen during the year.
Oh, so it's a preview.
So it's kind of like a story that they do where some characters like travel through time, or they just like...
So Bishop and Cable are the ones traveling.
Yeah, so this is their kind of wrap-up of what's going to be happening in 2025 in Marvel. They're always fun little read one-shots. You know what I'd like to do one? Because this is, I think, the third or fourth one they've done.
Go on.
I would love to actually go back and read them again to see if they actually did
If
do
they
that
didn't
stuff.
lie, yeah. Like E3 used to.
Yeah, like, because things change, so...
Yeah.
No,
This
you
one,
guys do it and let us know, because I'm not doing it.
I got this because it had the word Brubaker on it, but also because Doctor Doom, finally something.
Yeah.
So people from Brisbane can be quiet about
Yeah.
Doctor Doom, because we will actually have something and say yes. So it's an origin story by the sounds of it.
It is his origin story, and it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay. Well, look, I think people won't care because it's Doom and
It's
they can
something,
read
yeah.
it. So I thought that one was interesting. And the last one is an alien story because it sounds like a casino.
Paradisio.
Yeah.
Paradisio?
Paradiso?
It's another
Yes,
day
yeah.
of you and me in Paradisio.
Yeah, so it
Paradisio.
sounded interesting because it's aliens and, whoa, oi, nugs, gamble to survive.
Oh,
So,
there you go. Yeah.
yeah, that's my cart. It
Yeah.
came to a grand total of $731. I'm not letting you talk. And
Did you know
you imagine what you would save on direct.
you'd save a lot of money?
Yep.
You win some, but you lose more.
No, you
Don't gamble. No, don't gamble.
Not on direct.
No, it's not a gamble on direct. It's a guaranteed win.
That's easy.
That was a great segue. Guaranteed win every month. You always beat the bank.
Yeah, so that's my
So-
cart.
All right, my turn.
Yep, your
Now,
lame cart.
I actually had way more in my cart this month.
You've gone stupid. I can already see 27
I
items.
had way more in my cart.
You're
and I
just
had
doing
to-
this to fill it up. This is not even any. Sorry, we apologise. Someone's
No.
taken this as a competition and isn't
I
actually
had
doing
to
it properly.
actually go back and take a lot out. So
Or yep.
this won't actually go for that much longer because there's a lot of doubles in it. So I'm actually going to scroll down to the bottom and finish with Marvel. All right, so the first thing that I did was the Marvel art of Michael Turner, one of the greatest comic book artists of all time, who was taken way too young, was just starting to do a lot of Marvel work before.
Tina's brother.
Before he passed away. And so I'm really curious to see what he was doing.
What was his biggest story?
He did Fathom. He invented Witchblade. He did a lot of covers for like Civil War, you name it. And he also did a DC Batman vs Superman, one of the story arcs. Fantastic. And he's one of the rare artists that I feel was a really good author as well. Really good book. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Now, these two here are really interesting. The Marvel Comic Library Spider-Man and the Marvel Comic Library Avengers. They're
So
by...
what are they?
Well, they're by that company that makes really good stuff.
Oh,
Tashan. Tashun.
Yeah, that one.
One of those companies.
Yeah, they always make really cool coffee table books, and they. Yeah.
So this is the first 21 issues of Spider-Man in an XXL format.
But is that like Amazing Fantasy, or like does it include that?
It says, this compact edition features the first 21 stories of the world's famous web slinger. So I'm assuming it will have Amazing Fantasy in it.
So it's almost like a deluxe version of those little Marvel.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's like a mini omnibus, but
How
done
much?
by this company.
Oh yeah, so it must be pretty big if it's 160. Not on direct,
160,
it's not.
no, 119. So I think it's some form of an omnibus, but also the reason why this company is amazing is their paper quality. Mwah.
Think of all the trees.
Yeah, I know. So I think this is a
Okay,
must
cool. So
buy.
they're doing the same. So Avengers is the same, 21 issues as well.
Yeah, 21 issues, I'm pretty sure. But either way, like, that's pretty cheap.
It's pretty cheap. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, 120. So I
So
think...
random that they. do
Yeah.
it. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
So
how
the
it
reason what I
works.
mean by the paper is they have a thicker paper stock, but they also kind of age the paper a little bit, so it looks like an older...
So it's like wine.
Yeah. So it kind of has a really nice paper quality to it. Beast
Yep,
of Burden,
double
we
up.
talked about it, it's fine.
Again.
Helen of Windhorn.
And again, Ascender.
Hey, I should have done a fart joke.
What
Helen
is
of
this
Windhorn.
one? Just stop. You're so dumb. So Dust to Dust.
Okay, so Dust to Dust is a new Image title done by J.G. Jones. Now, J.G. Jones did the artwork on Wanted, did a run on Wonder Woman, I'm pretty sure, Haikita, by the amazing Greg Rucka, and then did a bunch of covers at the time. So this is on there because I'm a huge fan of J.G. Jones' artwork, and more than that, I love saying J.G. Jones.
Okay.
Try saying J.G. Jones.
No. What's it about?
I don't know.
He clearly only put that in his cart. So this is a joke cart. We apologise.
No, it's not.
Same.
Snot Girl, okay, Absolute Power hardcover. However, it comes with a bit of a caveat.
Caviar.
Caviar. I think it's a little expensive. So...
Not on direct.
Well, honestly, still a little bit.
Don't say that to them.
So reading the description, okay, so it's $55 regularly, $39.78 on direct. But Absolute Power was only 4 issues. So unless there's extras in it, well, it doesn't really say.
Yeah, they're being very vague.
It doesn't say what it actually includes in that. So I don't know if it's worth it.
Well, how much would you pay for Absolute Power?
Honestly, I'd bet a base price of $40, I think, is a good price.
To have the most power in the world.
Ah, right. Yeah, I get you. It keeps going to the top.
Oh my God, he's doing it so
I should have done
wrong.
it.
It's so annoying.
Apologies.
Keep scrolling.
Okay, Absolute Red Sun, talked about it. Batman Dark Patterns. So it's
another. How much Batman can you do?
So I chose this one for a reason though. It is set in the year 1 time period of Batman during his early years.
So he's preschool.
And yeah, it's just like growing up, letting the rattle. Now, DC, if you're listening, we get asked constantly for stuff set in Batman's early years. We always ask for year 1 and Long Halloween, and then it kind of trails off to, well, where then? Because I feel like timeline-wise, Batman always goes year 1-ish, and then jumps forward. So if this
maybe he doesn't want to talk about the middle. He's got things to hide.
So if this kind of bridges the gap a little bit more, I'm really looking forward to this. So
good for you.
Dark Patterns.
Yep.
Deceased, we talked about it. All right.
A facsimile. You really are reaching for the lows of putting things in your cart.
You're going to hate this. So I like to think this should be called Flash Comics 1 Facsimile Edition, James Jadjic Edition.
No,
so
they wouldn't be able to mimic
emailed
the
the guys
stock.
at DC.
This
and
is not because of you.
It is.
No.
I said you're losing money by not having facsimiles of all the first appearances of comic characters. And so, look, what, just after my email I sent them, this happens?
It was probably on the cards and you fluked it.
Shut your mouth. So the other reason I wanted to bring it up is I believe it's the oversized format like this one here, which came out on Batman Day. So they're actually reprinting these in the Golden Age format, which is bigger than a regular comic. Where's a regular comic? Where? You can see it like that. See? Bigger. But also, aged paper. Look at that.
Oh, it's just like you, old and crud.
So I believe this is going to be the same, because they're expensive, that they're going to be this kind of a thing. Oh, they're stunning. So you can thank me later for that, everyone watching. Green Arrow, Green Lantern one shot, because I've always been a really big fan of them teaming up, because one's a hippie, one's not. It's like the original Odd Couple. Like us. We're the Green Lantern, Green Arrow of comics, etc. League Omnibus, we've done that.
Yeah.
Superman Birthright Compact Comics, because it's a very good read. I think this is the perfect one for compact comics, because it's a good Superman story. It's not the best. I think it's good mid-tier stuff, so really good. It's set in it just tells his origin of his first couple of years in...
It's just compact. Everything's going to be compact soon.
I hope so.
We'll end up having like a shelf that almost looks like manga.
You know what? What do you reckon? 10 years time, do you reckon all the comics are the size of the manga?
No, they'll never do that. The art's too good and people like having hardcovers and big.
Yep.
Yeah.
Deadpool Wolverine issue 1. I chose this because it is done by Benjamin Percy, who just wrapped up the Wolverine run that just finished. And if you ask me, it is the definitive Wolverine run. I loved every single issue. So if he's back on Wolverine,
it's like a cart filler, like a stocking filler.
It's not. I just told you my reasoning.
Books of Doom, done
That's
that.
a cart filler, because I didn't like it. I just wanted you guys to know that it's coming out. Rogue the Savage Land, because this one here...
Oh, you know what's going to happen. It's going to scroll all the way down again.
It looks like Marvel finally went, hey, the X-Men animated series was really popular.
Let's do something.
Let's do something. So this looks like it's X-Men 92 Rogue with one of my favorite characters of all time, Kazar, or as you like to call him,
Kazar.
So Kazar's in it, so I'm really looking forward to that one.
Kazar? How Kazar?
Hey, it didn't go up. Strange Academy Omnibus, because everyone raves about it.
Yeah, but again, you would never read it, so added it for
No.
filler.
I actually will read it because it's very relevant to what's going on in the Marvel Universe at the moment with the magic stuff. So,
Already
time
did
slide.
that one. Yeah, I saw this, but it's too weird for me.
Yeah, you haven't watched any of the Marvel TV shows.
No.
So TVA, just a comic on the Marvel TV show TVA.
I think it's 6 issues, maybe.
Yeah, really good concept of a dimensional police force. So I'm really looking forward to that one. I liked it in the TV show.
Ultimates.
You know what? You'll see in a later video. Goodbye.
Ooh, whoa, have we ever done that?
We've
Removed
never done
an
that.
item
Whoa.
live.
I'm sorry, Ultimates, but you're out of my cart.
All right, do you want to keep going with all the other stuff you put in that was for no reason?
This one is just to let people know that there's a What If title coming with Galactus, and there's Gambit. We cannot keep
I thought
Gambit.
it was going to say, I thought it said Transformers as well.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Gambit is insanely popular at the moment, so just a Gambit comic if you like Gambit. Hey, this one I put in to remind you. Have you ever read anything by Jason Aaron Marvel-wise?
I haven't read Wolverine ever.
See, he likes Jason Aaron's like crime stuff, and you never read any of his adult
Really
stuff that he
knows
did.
me, eh? Really knows
Whoa!
me.
Jason Aaron, excellent crime writer, does really good independent books like, what's that one with the beats people at the club? Club Beater,
yeah, Clubber.
You know.
What?
His Wolverine run was amazing. It's very adult.
You know him
should
very
read it.
well.
Now, this legit is one that I read. This was my favorite comic growing up, X Factor. This specific run, which was set after Onslaught, it was featuring like Mystique was in the team and Sabretooth joined the team. Really good. And then my last one that is just, I want to show all you guys this. Marvel for the month are doing, they're grabbing the original artwork.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So when you go through your catalog, you'll see there's Marvel vs. Capcom covers. They've taken all the original concept art from the video game.
Yep.
And they're doing covers of it.
that's
So
cool.
I just chose that one because it's X-Men and I love
Bangers.
X-Men. Yeah, so Marvel vs. Capcom covers, buy them, they look amazing. Hopefully this means there'll be a Marvel vs. Capcom comic. How good would that be?
Yeah, but let's see how much of a lie your card is. What's the total? This is going to be dumb. I'm not even bothering to take this seriously.
And I took stuff out.
Ah,
So $1,222, that by easily would be about 1.8.
yeah, but it's...
What?
You're just lying.
I'm not
now
lying.
You're literally going out to do these episodes to try and outbid me.
Yeah, that's my
So
end
it's
goal.
stupid now.
That's my
People
end
are going to
goal.
watch this and go, oh, let's get good information. Nah, just some guy trying
Oh, they
to
give
make...
great information.
Are
Very
they?
informative, that one.
Are they?
I taught you about those.
Taught me.
Yeah.
Not going to read them.
So you won't. Have you ever read them, by the way? By the way, I'm pointing
see-
right now to the Marvel libraries that we talked about at the very start.
No, because I wasn't around when stagecoach writing was a thing, so no.
Well, that's it for this week's episode.
Pretty good month
Yeah.
compared to last month. Because
Yeah.
remember last month was a bit of a quieter month. Well, this month...
Yeah, this month's huge.
Yeah,
even
so-
even when you fake it, apparently, it's a really big
Wow.
month. So
Tune in for the next Direct Monthly where he's going to read every item and say it's
the whole
added to
catalogue.
his cart. So
orders close on the 25th or 26th, I believe, which is a Friday, so a
you got
little
a
bit
while.
earlier
But you still got
than
time.
usual. Yep. Comicsettradirect.com.au. They close early. Don't forget your orders. I always tell people to do your orders on the 15th. We had quite a few regular customers coming in during the last couple of weeks going, I forgot! And I said, I don't care! Give us all your money. So it worked out well.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's it.
Happy ordering.
See you next month.